Right. So, hi everyone. My name is Gab Santos, market analyst from Smart Trade. So, let's have a continuation ng ating year-end market review for the year 2024. And I do hope no na marami kayong nakuhang information sa diniscuss ni Mr. Edwin sa Q1 and Q2 market review for 2024. So, for me, I'm gonna be discussing the Q3 and Q4 market review for 2024. So let's have a quick introduction muna. No? So sabi dito, the economic landscape in 2025 will be shaped by significantly policy changes in the United States following the aftermath of COVID-19 pandemic. So in 2025, no, it marks 5 years since nangyari yung COVID-19 na yan. And for the year 2025, the way money moves around and how businesses operate will be influenced by new rules by the government in the United States. So alam naman natin no, na bago na yung presidente sa United States and some of the new rules might involve making imported goods, in particular sa China, no, more expensive through tariffs. So later on yung tariffs, i-discuss natin yan. And with the Republicans having more control in the Congress, they might change how the government spends money, which can also affect things like and how well the economy is doing. And these changes could impact no not only the United States but also economies worldwide. So yung pinaka naging highlight nung Q3 and Q4 for the year 2024 is nung nanalo si Donald Trump once again bilang presidente sa United States. So Donald Trump, along with the support from Congress, they plan to make big changes on how the United States deal with other countries regarding the trade. And one major change involved adding extra charges, yung tinatawag nilang tariffs. Okay? So ano nga ba tong tariffs na to, no? Paano siya nag-e-affect sa market or how it works in general, no? So yung tariffs kasi, no, yung tariffs are like taxes that governments place on goods. So yung tariffs na yan, they place additional taxes sa imported goods from other countries. So these tariffs make imported products more expensive, which can affect how much of these products are bought and sold. And yung tariffs na yan, ginagawa to ng government or they implement tariffs because they want to protect their own industries or try to negotiate better trade deals with other countries. So the biggest question is, ang tariffs ba can cause inflationary pressure, no? Since nabanggit ko dito kanina that these tariffs can make imported product goods more expensive. Well, the answer is yes because tariffs can create inflationary pressure. So kapag once ang tariffs are imposed sa imported goods, it increases the cost of those goods for consumers. Kasi in general, no, if we're going to talk about long-term basis, ang effect nito is sa ating ding mga consumer, no. The more na mataas yung bilihin, of course, tataas din yung inflation. And in general, sa atin din ang balik, no? And as a result, businesses may pass on this higher cost to consumer in the form of increased prices for goods and services. Well, let's simply say that President Trump and Congress they want to use tariffs to try no to fix the trade imbalances and negotiate better deals sa ibang countries, most especially sa China no. Kasi a few years ago, not sure if you can still remember, 'di ba nagkaroon ng uh, trade wars no yung United States and China. So they want to negotiate better this time. And at the same time with Donald Trump no they call it 2.0 tariffs no. So with Donald Trump being elected once again, possible din na pwedeng matabaan dito yung labor market, okay? Or the job market data. So once na na-impose tong tariffs once again, it could disrupt the US economy but not completely shake it up no. Well, yes, the economy might still grow, but it's just not as quickly as expected, and the prices could go up at the same time. Even though the inflation may possibly go up once again, There might be a fewer job opportunities rather than before. But as you know, no, yung Federal Reserve, which manages the country's money, they could, or one thing that they could do is they could keep making borrowing money cheaper by lowering interest rates, and this is done to help the economy to run smoothly. So regarding the labor market, at the same time, yung central banks worldwide, pag na-impose to, no, might adjust policies differently based on growth, inflation, and market responses to tariffs. For example, yung ECB, no, or the European Central Bank, they're also expected, no, it is anticipated that the ECB could ease policy sooner, and contrasting the emerging market situations that might proceed cautiously or assume tightening measures. If we're talking about the trade policies, okay, the change in trade policies, especially tariffs, are expected to be a big deal sa darating na taon, no, for the year 2025. And based sa mga nabasa ko na articles regarding these tariffs, ang gusto mangyari ni Donald Trump, no, is simply he wants to put tariffs in place. And one idea that he can do is to add 10% um 10% sa tax on goods coming from all the trading partners, and 60% tax specifically sa products from China. So these tariffs could make a huge impact in the economy. Now, in general, because of this higher prices, na-mention ko rin kanina no, na possible din tumaas ang inflation because of these tariffs, yung mga tao, no, they might find that their income doesn't go as far as it used to, which could lead to them spend less money on things they want or need. Kasi di ba, no, as we all know, pag tumaas ang inflation, a lot of consumers, no, might spend less money kasi mataas yung bilihin, no. So possible na pwede mangyari yan once na-implement yung tariffs. And nakalagay dito, ang outline is July report kasi ang target na may pasupad na may patupad po itong tariffs, no, is middle of the year, which is expected sa month of July by the year 2025. And if we're going to talk about GDP, majority of the economic analysts or financial analysts, no, they're expecting that there might be higher tariffs under the new president's leadership. And in much simpler terms, they think that the economy will not, or the U.S. economy will not grow as they previously thought because of this potential tariffs increase. So instead of growing by 2.2%, majority of the economic analysts, no, they now predict that it will be, or it will only grow for about 1.5% in GDP, no, by the end of this year to the end of 2025. Okay? Dahil nga dyan sa tariffs na impose ni Donald Trump, no. And at the same time, aside from GDP, ang core CPI, no, is expected to go up for about 0% by the end of next year. And the core inflation rate, which is the measure of price and price changes without food and energy cost, is predicted to reach for about 3% by the fourth quarter of 2025. And meaning lang nito, no, that the overall prices in goods and services is expected to be around 3% by that time. And if we're talking about the interest rates, 2024, karamihan ng central banks around the world, they started to make it easier for people to borrow money. In particular, yung Swiss National Bank. Yung Swiss National Bank is one of the first in group of 10 countries. They call it G10. Yung Swiss National Bank, sila yung isa sa mga nagsimula, no, na nagpatupad ng lowering interest rates. And after mangyari yon, a lot of the central banks, or most of the central banks in developed countries, they followed suit by reducing their interest rates as well. Isa rin to sa pinaka naging highlight ng 2024, yung ating interest rates. Some notable countries din na nagkaroon ng improvements, hindi ko malalahat, no, but significant improvements. Number one dito yung South Africa. South Africa, they became more stable politically by forming a government, no, where different groups work together. Aside from that, yung Mexico, sa country ng Mexico, no, bago na rin yung leader dito, they basically check how well the country systems work and its position as a place of businesses, no? And they change how risky it is doing business there. So marami silang pinatupad na rules if you want to do business sa Mexico. And of course, sa United States, nung nanalo si Donald Trump, it caused different reactions in the financial markets, in particular sa gold or anything that is spread by the USD. It created huge volatility. So after manalo ni Donald Trump, so what's next sa economy and the post-election means, no? Well, for the year 2025, having said everything kanina, the GDP, the labor market, the labor data, everything, no? In the upcoming years for 2025, the policies that is set by the Trump administration will definitely have a big effect sa US economy in terms of economy growth. No? Maraming pwedeng mangyari dito, no? And one of the first changes in policies could be to increase the taxes on imported goods, kagaya na nabanggit ko kanina, which is in tariffs. Maraming pwedeng mangyari din dito. And these tariffs are expected to raise price definitely for the goods, and putting tariffs in place is predicted to keep prices higher than what the government aims starting in the middle of the year, which is month of July nga, no? And it could last for a while. So, in general, hindi natin sure kung gaano katagal yung effect nito sa market. Will it be more volatile than expected? Or it can go on the neutral side, no? So, malalaman natin yan by next year pag once na na-impose itong tariffs na to. And with that, that sums up yung ating year-end market review for the year 2024. And thank you everyone for attending yung mga webinars and seminars sa Smart Trade for the 2024. And I do hope na makita-kita ulit tayo by next year once naglabas tayo ng mga bagong schedules, no? So once again, my name is Gab Santos. Thank you everyone for attending. And with me, Mr. Edwin Sagibo. Thank you everyone. Stay safe and Happy New Year.